silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. That we have each other, and for that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
All right. Here we are. We are here live from the Voice of Class Act here at eLife Media, and I have Rob in the house with me today. Hey, Rob.
Karen McConnell Jones. Always good to see you and see what outfit you're wearing when you come in. Always Miss Fashionista.
Well, you know, today is beautiful. The weather is so beautiful outside. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. It's the end of July, and I can wear a jacket, you know, so I just had to kind of coordinate,
but
you
that's
know.
You every day, Karen. Don't even play. It's Karen every day.
Well, thank you. Actually, we are going to be having fashion tips on next week, so I'm looking forward to that segment. So we're ending the month. This is our family reunion month.
Absolutely.
We call this the Voice of Class Act Family Reunion Month. So I got to first start out by giving a shout out to my sister. Today is her birthday. She's the double nickels today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, and you know how precious she is to me. You know, my sister is mentally disabled, and I love her so much. And, you know, but she does well. She can live alone. She takes care of herself very well. And, sister, I love you so much, and I will be there as soon as I get off the air. So
she has a great caregiver as well.
Oh, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. So I'm going to surprise her. Okay. And we're going to give her a call towards the end of the show. Because she keeps saying, when I'm going to come to the studio and see you on the air, I just want to sit in. So I don't know if I can bring her. Because, see, like me, she'd like to talk too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So wrong with that. We can have the open mic day. Just have her let her take over the mic.
Oh, yes. So anybody you want to give family shout-outs to today, you know, since this is our family reunion?
Yeah, I had my family reunion on July 4th. We have that every year, and that's the Washington family out in Haymarket, Virginia. No matter what day, we do it every single year. It's been going on for decades now, and we get about 300 or so people throughout the entire day, and it's a great occasion. So shout out to the Washington family in Haymarket, Virginia. And also to my oldest son, Derek, who unfortunately tore his ACL in his knee 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, my baby got to have surgery.
Yes, he's playing basketball and tore his ACL, and it's a 9-month recovery. So he's going over the mental part is really sinking in on him right now. But he's in good spirits, and I just tell him, hey, brother, love you, and hang in there. It'll be okay.
Oh,
You'll come back better than ever.
Yes. And Derek, he is such just a sweet, and I got to start saying kid too, because, you know, he's about to graduate from college. So, you know, once you get to that age, you don't want nobody calling you a kid no more. You know, like, Mom, Dad, I'm not a kid no more.
The thing about it, being an adult, is that, you know, I went with them for everything. And the funny is, the HIPAA rules and everything, all the contact has to go through him now. And that's something I had to, just my first time ever doing all of that. Because I'm stepping in, okay, this. And, oh, Mr. Harold, no, we need his information. Okay, I had to sit back, and he had to consent to everything, and he had to handle all the calls and all that. So I'm just sitting there. I said, I guess my oldest is growing up.
Oh yeah. Responsibility is on him now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know you got to go ahead and give a shout out, since I said he's about to graduate from college. You know, you're so proud that he's going to your school.
HU. You know,
in the house,
that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Proud pops over there and mom, both of you all.
Yes. She's in Las Vegas for her job for the next 10 days, so.
Yes.
The boys are having fun. They had pizza a couple of nights already, so you know how that is.
Yes, when mother away, all the kids will play.
What you talking about?
Even the bigger one just sitting by me, right?
Yeah,
and look, but I love this, but no, Krista, I got to tell this so she can look at the tape and laugh. So me and Rob got this thing that we always touch base on Friday night before we come on the air. So when I looked up, it was 1:30 in the morning. I said, oh, my God, man, Rob didn't talk. So I texted him. I said, Rob, okay, you know you're going to be in the studio with me in the morning. I'm going to be by myself. So he texted me back this morning. Ron, you're going to love this. He texted me back this morning. He said, oh, yeah, I meant to call you, but I fell asleep folding up clothes. I said, yes, Krista is not home.
I was folding those clothes in the love seat, and Derek was waking me up about 2 in the morning. I was like this on the pile.
A little hugging the clothes.
Hugging the clothes, out cold.
So Krista would be proud. You fell asleep folding up the clothes.
Look, get that kitchen clean. I already started it. I'm trying to keep them on point. So it'll be less to do the Friday before Mom gets back.
Oh, wow. I tell you now, Rob, this is just great. You holding the fort down while Krista is away, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you do, though. Do what you do best. I am just so proud of you. So also, you know, we always do our sports before we go to commercial break. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but we got to give out the news. What's in the news? In the news, we have a big event that's coming up in Forest Heights next weekend. Yes, on August the 5th. And it's all day from 10 to 5. We're 11 to 5. I think it started at 11 to 5, 10 to 5. But we have guests in the studio that are going to come on the air and just spread the good love. What they're doing is a back-to-school book pack drive. And Forest Heights do this every year. So it's just proud to say, you know, we hear all the negative stuff on the news, what's going on. But it's great things that's still going on here, Rob. Especially, I'm proud to say in Prince George's County, this is where we are in Prince George's County, Maryland. We have so many great things going on, and people know how to come together, do a collaboration, and making sure that, you know, back to school, because I know of so many. So they're kicking it off. Forest Heights will be kicking it off first in August, and like every weekend in August, you can find somebody doing some kind of back to school drive. And then Carlton Carter, he's doing his on the 27th of August. We have him in the studio as well. So I'm so proud of that. So we're going to just make it happen in the community, Rob.
As always.
Yes, and we have a beautiful singer in the house. I'm so excited. She, you know, everybody know my theme song is Rise Up. So, you know, I always got to put the business in the street. So I was sitting here. I was like, wait a minute, we got a singer in the house. I was like, excuse me, can you come sing our theme song for us in November? And she said, yes, it did, Rob. I said, and can you sing two more? She said, wait a minute there, we got to talk. I said, all right, spoken like a true artist.
She's in the studio today, and that gives you a break, Cancer. You don't have to sing.
Oh, you don't want me to sing today,
Rob? I didn't want you to.
Okay, you just say I just don't have to.
Yeah,
okay.
So when we call your sister, if she's still here, she can sing happy birthday to your sister. Then it puts you, gives you a break today.
Oh, okay, Rob. Do you something about my singing though?
Look. Those velvet tones, nothing wrong with it all. We want to give you a break. You gotta rest those vocals sometimes.
Oh, you are funny. Okay, right on to the sports. You know, Rob, I'm getting too excited because guess what?
Camp started.
Yes, the preseason's about
and
to
I see we have a Raven in the house too. I'm not mad at him.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him at all.
Yes, I saw that. You know, when I went to get that, you know, I have to get all the guests love and hugs, and I was like, shit, I love up on him.
Well,
you know,
it's not the burgundy and gold, so you know we give love. You know.
That's right. You know,
since it's our show, we will lead with our Cowboys.
Yeah, that's right. Woohoo! Go Cowboys!
Co-host, engineer, all of us are Cowboys fans. You know, that's just how it is.
Yes. Look, Dallas rude today. Isn't that right, Ron? He's shaking his head. Yes.
I don't know. You know, and too bad Roland can't be here, but you know, I know. Some love out to him.
Oh, Roland, my studio husband, I love you so very much. I'm just sorry that you're under the weather, not feeling well. And Ron do not have nothing to tell you when you come back in next week. Ron do not have nothing to tell you when you come back in next week. Mm-hmm. Okay, Ron?
but camp is open, and that's the main thing. Usually July is the dead month, they call it in sports.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of, we'll say, off-season stuff with basketball that was jumping off. Kyrie Irving said he wants to be traded. That dominated the news for a long time. He wants out of Cleveland.
Wow.
And LeBron, their camps are in battle now, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, to see how that's going to play out.
And while that all occurred, John Wall signed his max extension. So we have our top three for the local Washington Wizards under contract for several years. Good core. Got John Wall, Otto Porter, and of course Bradley Beal. And if there's a battle going on in Cleveland, that means if they can't get it together, hey, that looks better for our Wizards. So hey, fight all you want.
And we'll take them on the West Coast. Hey, that's
the chances. You just get there, get through the finals, and take your chances.
Yes. Maybe the Wizards will get a little better. You keep getting. I guess it's the sense of like they say about the Cowboys. We get there in that first round and then can't get. So we gotta.
Well, it's a little bit different with our Cowboys now. See, now everything isn't on Tony Romo anymore.
Yeah.
Now we got those young puppy dogs.
Yes.
And the way I look at it, with that young line, they're gonna have to deal with this for the next 7 to 10 years. That's the way I look at it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is about to be great. I'm telling you, Rob, I am just so thrilled, just so excited, because if it's any indication what the Cowboys is about to do, looking at last year, because who would have thought? I did. I'm a real fan here. If you would have told me that Dak would have came in and looked as good as he did, oh my gosh.
Oh, well, look, here's the thing about it, and if I had my son here, he'll tell you, when the draft was going on, even before that, I said, he asked me who would I want to back up Romo, and I actually told him I want Prescott. Asked my son, will tell you, I said, I'm a college football junkie. And I said, I didn't expect that. But I said, he played in the SEC.
Right.
And he just always seemed composed. And I remember his junior year, he had them #1 in the nation, and I think they beat Alabama. I said, man, this guy can ball.
Oh,
and
wow.
Just his composure and everything that I saw from watching him.
Yes.
Said, of all the quarterbacks, I like him, especially where they got him. So I'm happy and I'm excited. I don't know if we'll be 13-3. That just doesn't happen every day. And you never know what happens week to week, but I'm looking forward to it. And the East is going to rise again. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a battle every week.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait. Everybody know on Sundays, when September starts, just don't even think about it. Don't call me. I'm not going to answer. And
that's why I go to early service. We got 3 church services, so I'm there at 7:15. I drive the van.
Right.
Then also, I got 11:30 if I need to, but I go to 7:15 church.
Yes.
And I'm home for the pregame.
Oh, yes. Our banner, I think just because he's a Redskin fan is trying to fall down on us over there. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to stay up because, you're going to stay up. Okay? Don't be trying to steal the show because we talking about our Cowboys. That's what happened. He's trying to steal the show. Trying to distract.
Trying to distract us.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get that straight in the break.
We're just going to paint some more blue on there. How about that blue and silver and all that good stuff?
Yeah, a little bit more class. It is a sweet banner. I got to admit, that looks nice.
Well, I got to give it to our millennials that's on our team. They actually designed the banner. So to Kalila and Taylor, we love you, and we hope you can see it. I texted the picture out to the group. So they're going to be wild and just thrilled to see it up here.
Job.
Yeah, awesome job the young girls did. So also, Rob, just to end on sports, you know, the tennis, we just finished with the Wimbledon Opening.
Wimbledon, yep.
And you know, I got
I know. Go ahead, Karen. I'm stepping back. Karen is a tennisaholic. I'm stepping back for a minute. Go ahead.
You know, I got to start with the men first. I know you love the women's side.
Yeah, I love the women's
but
side. I always have.
What about my Federer? Oh, my God. Ain't nobody going to break his record. What? 19?
Karen Federer Jones, I'm going to call you.
Karen, yeah, I like that. What's my name again?
Karen Federer Jones.
All right. Did you hear that? Say it one more time for Ron.
Karen Federer Jones.
All right. You know, 19. Come on now.
I gotta give it to him. Yeah, you know, persistence and that longevity.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's tough. I mean, you know, I got those young puppies on tour.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's what I gotta say, especially at his age, you know, we know he's in his 30s and, you know, that's young and just in regular world. But in the sports world, you know, that's you starting to be seasoned and, you know, getting older. And so still can be able to take the title like that. I'm just so proud of Federer, so I got to give it to him. So now on to Venus. I was so proud of her. Me too. Even though she didn't take it all, but she got to the final. And under the distress that she was under because, you know, about the car accident situation.
And that would even bring me to a social issue as well. It turns out she was exonerated of everything.
Yes.
Despite these reports that if she was at fault, she wasn't at fault. And
yes.
also told she was at fault at the scene. They do the investigation. It turns out she wasn't at fault. So there's no way in the world she was at fault. She's stuck in the intersection.
Yes, yes,
because of the cars in front of her. So with all that going on, all that duress, and then people just sort of attacking her and things of that line, I would have loved to have her win and persevere through all her health issues as well that we don't really hear as much about.
Exactly,
I'm
exactly.
Glad, happy for Venus. And
yes, I am so
Serena,
proud.
I hope she has a nice, uneventful pregnancy.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe she's having a baby. I know we all can't wait. You know, she's just being a proud mom to be right now, and then she deserves it. But you know, I am just proud of Venus. She always actually does well in the Wimbledon. It's the courts. The courts just suit her game, her style of game. Yep. And, you know, no matter what, she always kind of do well at the Wimbledon.
Absolutely.
The Wimbledon, she owns that. So I'm so proud. I guess now, Rob, it's time for us.
Showtime. Now the real show.
Yes. Again, we have representative from Forest Heights here. They're going to be talking about Forest Heights Day. And we have an artist, a singer in the house. Hoo-hoo. Yes, and she's going to give us a little vocals today. She said she had to wake her vocals up because she kind of, you know, just had to get...
You got to be a little modest sometimes.
Yes.
I already know what we're in for.
Yes. I can just tell. You know how you can just see it in people.
They had, just
right. Yes. Oh, my gosh.
That aura, you just see it.
No, when I asked her, I said, well, do you want to bring your music on a thumb drive? You know, we can play it or whatever. She said, no, I can just go and sing.
Hey, look.
Okay, all right. So I am just too ready because when you just so comfortable and confident that you don't need the music in the back, you can blow.
Yep,
okay,
absolutely.
That's all I can say. The studio gonna be, you know, Ron. We about to blow it up. Ron. So, okay, well, I know she probably tweeted to her friends, so we get ready to bring her up. We want you all to stay tuned. If you want to call into the studio, you can dial in at 240-455-5934. Again, that number is 240-455-5934. And to Peggy and Apostle, we love you all. You can't be in the studio today. You're out there in the community doing great things as always. So, you know, we're going to hold it down for both of the Charlies. Both of the Charlies are missing today. All right, so you're listening to the Voice of Class Act here on eLife Media. We'll be right back at you.
It's 5 a.m. and I've been awakened by a story my mind just need to close my eyes. Close my eyes and I enter another fantasy becomes my reality. I never wanna leave. I just wanna live inside my dream. It's 3 a.m. and my soul's been awakened by a story my mind is telling my heart. It's saying, baby, don't you worry. You never have to fear. It's telling me to rest my weary soul and let my spirit heal. It's giving me another lesson how to keep my faith alive. To get the world I wanna see, all I need to do is close my eyes. Close my eyes. My fantasy becomes my reality. Place I never ever to leave. I just wanna live inside my dreams. My fantasies are locked deep in my soul. I know that the key is to really let go. And the things I desire are all in my mind. I relax my fears, it will all come in time. Close my eyes at night, I enter another world where my fantasy becomes my reality. My reality. A place I never ever want to. I don't wanna leave. I just wanna live inside my dream. I want my fantasy to be my reality. All I gotta do is close my eyes and dream. A place I never ever wanna leave. I just wanna live inside my dream.
Ready to promote.
Yes, welcome back to the Voice of Class Act here on eLife Media. Oh, Rob, I'm too thrilled. It's like, okay, you want to sit right here? You want to stand up? You want to get over here? So, well, let's just introduce our guests, right?
Yes, Miss Tamara. Tell us about yourself. Welcome to the Voice of
Yes,
Class Act.
Miss
you so
Tamara.
much.
So give us a
Very
shout
nice
out
to be
and
here.
introduce yourself, and we are ready to hear from you. How are you?
I'm doing well. My name is Tamara Wellens. I'm a singer, songwriter, and label owner now.
Label
Oh,
owner.
wow.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's get into that. What is it, about being a label owner? Because I know that's pretty hard in this industry to do. So what is the process with that?
Well, I've been, it's a business. It's, setting up an LLC and operating as providing entertainment services and products. So I've been an independent singer since my career. So for me, it's like a no-brainer.
Right.
I just go ahead, and I'm in the business anyway. So now I'm just expanding it,
Okay.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
Yes, I can understand that. That being a businesswoman, what is the most challenging? I want to hear from, because I always like to ask artists this question. What is the most challenging part of the business for you? What would you say, if you can give tips to somebody up and coming and want to be in the industry? What is the most challenging part that you really have to, just pay attention to and focus on?
Right. This is one of the reasons why I started the label. Is because just keeping up with things, it changes. Like from the time I first started singing, we were making demos and trying to shop them out, and it was almost difficult to have your music recorded, and you had to find a producer. And now it's just it's easy, and there's a lot of options out there. But with a lot of options, you have to have a little bit more discernment about who you choose, why you choose it, and what platform you're going to use. And so I think one of the challenging parts is just really keeping up. A lot of people look at the industry and they say, "Oh, them out there," but really we are the industry. I'm a part of the industry. That independent music scene is the industry. So I feel like I have to keep up with myself.
Oh, that's a good point.
How long have you actually been at it? How long have you been singing? When did you discover you had that talent?
Oh my gosh, I've been singing for a long time. I feel like singing is like talking,
Wow.
So I started singing professionally, though. I went to Bowie State University.
Okay. Hoo-hoo.
BSU.
All right.
And I was in the jazz ensemble, gospel choir there, and I saw a couple of talented musicians, and I'm like, oh, I want to sing with them. Where are they performing? So I asked them if I could come and sit in with them, outside of the school setting, and that's how I got started, singing professionally. I made like $20, and I was happy. I didn't care.
Tell me about it.
So if you have to say, or do you have a special kind of genre, or you just don't want to label yourself in certain category, or
I sing soul music.
So
right.
I like that. Oh, okay, so we got a Jill Scott up in the house, huh?
I like jazz. Like I said, I started singing jazz a little bit, and house music. I sing soulful house. I have many singles out there.
You're just a baby. You don't know nothing about no house music. Come on now. That's my time and era.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I love some house.
Oh, really? So are you originally from this area?
I'm originally from Southampton County, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes. I'm a southern rural town girl from Nat Turner's town.
That's right.
That's okay. So this is our family, as you hear, this family reunion month. Anybody you want to send a shout out and love to?
Yes, I have a great big family. I have the Hollemans. So I want to give a shout out to the Hollemans.
Yay.
And I want to give a shout out to the Lanes.
Okay. All right.
So we just celebrate. July is our family reunion month as well. So every fourth Saturday in July, the Holleman family and the Wellens and
so that was
together.
Last weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, because we ended up having 5 Saturdays in a month. So last weekend was your family reunion.
Yes, it was. And
great.
the next one, the August one, is the Lane reunion. That's in August. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
July and August is the big time. I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, so ours is always in August. And it was so fun because it's around my birthday time. As a kid, it was the second week in August. So I got a chance to run around and say, it's my birthday, get quarters, and them quarters be adding up at the end of the day. My pocket be really fat from the family reunion. So yes. So anything special you want to sing for us today?
There's a song I wrote. It's called Euphoria.
Oh.
And I had that on my mind to sing.
Okay.
Well, it's not morning anymore, but it feels like morning to me still.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like still waking up.
Yes.
Artists, your mind goes
Trust
all
me.
the time.
Yes.
You're working all hours. I understand.
You got to get a lot of sleep.
Absolutely.
Let those thoughts, just dreams come.
Yes,
The
exactly.
creativity is flowing and blossoming.
Yes.
You see yourself on center stage in your dreams, packed house sold
Yes,
out.
that's the name of my company, Her Dreams Production.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Right.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
And when we was talking, you said you performed at Blues Alley and, a lot of places like that. So what's that, Bethesda Blue? We was just up there seeing another artist last month.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I performed at Bethesda Blues and Jazz, too.
Okay.
Last December or... Yes. Sometimes they all run together. It was December before last, but...
that's a nice place.
It is a nice place. And Blues Alley, I love performing there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, Miss Superstar, if you're
Yes.
ready.
Yes. We will definitely
Yes, you got something up you want to promote? You got something coming up? Okay.
I do. I'm performing at the Arc in D.C.
Yes, in Southeast.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I love that place. I love that center. Have you been there before, Rob? Oh man!
Oh, you have to come on August 13th. I will be
August,
performing there.
You know what? That's my birthday.
Is it really?
August the 12th. That's my
Oh my
birthday weekend. You're doing a
gosh.
Sunday because my birthday is on a Saturday.
Yep.
So I claim that. That's my birthday. So hey, I gotta come. I'm in.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Can I have a quarter when I come? No, I gotta bring you a quarter. How about that?
Okay, but I can sing happy birthday to you.
Oh, you gonna do that? Why you? She gonna give me a special shout out for my birthday. Oh, y'all are so excited. So how much is the tickets?
Oh, they're $35. The Anacostia Diaspora Group is presenting this. It's called Summer Breeze Jazz Concert, and it's Sunday, August 13th at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna be there, Carter. We're going to be there. Look, Carter, yes. Especially since you come to sing for us on November.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we got to go out and support her. So maybe your new family that you're meeting in the house, we all can just come on out and give her a big support. And then, I'll buy a ticket, but I'm going to come as E-Life Media for you as well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that for you.
Okay.
All right.
All
And
right.
maybe
I
Carter
appreciate
can
that.
do double hats. He can come as the candidate and E-Life Media because he a co-host on Sundays.
That's right.
On that Sunday show. Ooh, we have to tell Dale, that's the time of your show too. May can't be here this Sunday. You got to do a remote show that Sunday. How about that, Carlton? You can do that. Okay, so
sing a little
I'll give
something?
say so. For we can sell more tickets, we're gonna get a performance now. So whenever you are, I'm ready.
All right, this song is called Euphoria. It's from my album Songs for Janie.
Oh.
And even though that's not the album, but that's a good album too.
Okay, all right. So this is from your latest album.
This is from Euphoria. Songs for Janie is from my album, my sophomore album before this one.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
And I wrote it during the time I was feeling particularly low.
Okay.
However, I would say the circumstances around me were low, but I was feeling peace. So this song came out of it.
Oh, wow. I'm ready then.
Imagine wherever you go, this love's always surrounding you. Carry you through hurt and pain, but constantly astounding you. Nothing like this I've ever seen. I only hear sweet lullabies whenever you are in my view. I'll play in your fantasy and never wake up feeling blue. I'm just ready to surrender to you. It's all love, strange and rare, far and wide, always there, breathing life on me. It's all love, strange and rare, far and wide, always there, breathing life on me.
Woo.
That was just a little bit.
Chills. Oh my God. You sent the chills to me, young
Thank
lady.
you.
How do we
Thank
get
you.
it? How do we get the material?
Yes.
Oh, my-
How do we get right to it?
Well, you can go to TamaraWellinsMusic.com. The albums are there. That's where Euphoria is, and Pretty and all of that. It's also on iTunes, Amazon. You can go to my Pandora station.
Oh, wow.
You can
Pandora station.
just Google.
Right now.
Just Google Tamara Wellins, and whatever streaming service you use, you can find my music there.
Oh,
Spotify.
So how
what's
much
the
is the
other one?
CD?
iTunes.
How much is it?
The CD. This CD is $20. Now this is special because you can color on this.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, yeah, some nice artwork by Andrea Pippins. And the other music, online, everything is $10 though. But if
Okay.
you want the physical copy, it's $20.
Okay, great,
Yes.
great. This is great. I'm telling you, Rob.
Look, I'm sitting here, just and I close my eyes. I like to close my eyes so I can
Yes.
really, unbelievable.
Yes, I'm telling you. Oh my
This is
goodness.
bought.
We got to get another song before she leave this studio
What's gonna happen
today.
is, Karen, you gonna have her do a whole concert. I know that.
I'm going to pack it out for her on August the 13th because that's my birthday. So who can tell me no that they don't want to hang out for me on my birthday? So, Rob, we in the house?
Looks like I'm in the house.
Okay, so you know, I'm gonna have to drag my studio husband and Snitch. I'm gonna have to drag Snitch with me too. You know, that's his name. We're gonna call him Snitch. We're gonna make sure we come out, the E-Life Media family come out and support you.
That would be
Yes.
awesome.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God,
would
you
love
have
that.
such a beautiful voice.
Absolutely.
And actually, you know, we was talking, and you know, Carlton Brother is a singer as well. So you know, we was just saying maybe you'll get a chance here, Gospel Award, Stellar Award artist. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And
That's
he
awesome.
just he was celebrating 20 years in the business, or 30. 20
Wow.
years, and that was back in June. We went to see him, and I was like, wow.
my
And just to see
goodness.
how many people that he was affiliated with, and you know, just mentor along the way in the business, and you know, did collaborative, you know, work with. I was just like, wow, this is great to be celebrating, you know, that many years in the business, and he's still such a baby, you know. I'm like, 20 years, and you don't even look like you 20 years old. So anything that we can do, the Voice of Class Act and E-Life Media, we are here for you, and we want to just support you well.
All
And I'll
right.
tell you, you got beautiful tones for us, so just stay on in. So, you know,
Okay.
and we're going to take a commercial break and bring our next set of guests in, and Snitch, you know, whatever you got for us, the voice. Look. Colton over there laughing. Colton, I'm supposed to be serious when I'm on the air
He's
now.
on a fellow Cowboy fan.
Okay, I know. I'm just messing. I'm
Redskins,
just.
I say go all in.
Yes.
Let him
No.
have it. He's a Cowboy.
That's my boy. That's why I can do that. I love messing with everybody. Everybody gotta have a name in here, you know. So I don't know if I like that one for you though.
No,
But for the
no,
day
no.
you wear, because you gave me that look when I was talking about my studio husband. So I say no more. That's an inside joke. So we be right back at you at the Voice of Class Act
E-Life
here on
Media.
E-Life Media.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo. That's what I'm talking about.
Girl, you got
you.
some vocals on you. I got some.
I can run, I can race for hours and hours and don't stop. I can float, I can fly to the highest mountain tops. I can breathe you, I can drink in your laugh, I can live on your smile. I can trip and if I can fall into your arms, I can stay there my whole life. I can live, I can love, I can be there with you for real, for real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you for real. Oh, I can love, I can be there with you for real, for real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you for real. I can stare, I can memorize your face, your hands, your hair, every part of you. I can cut off any of the ends and not even wanna keep with you. I can speak to you so honestly, I can't even run any game. I can hear a million angels singing in my ear when I say your name. For real, I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you For real, for real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell. I tell it all for real. I can't smile, can't drink like a child. Can't feel safe in this wide world without you. I can't go, can't disturb this flow. Can't begin to know what I would do. I can't see, can't find strength to be. Rather not be me without you. I can't deal, I can't even feel without you. I'm not real. I can live, I can love, I can be better with you. For real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you. For real. I can live, I can love, I can be better with you. For real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you. For real. I can live, I can love, I can be better with you. For real. For real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you. For real. Yeah, for real. I can love, I can be better with you. For real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you. For real.
All right, welcome back to the Voice of Class Act here on eLife Media. Oh my gosh, ooh, I'm just still thrilling, Rob, over that beautiful song. Oh, that Tamara gave us. And actually, she just donated a CD to the station here, but Rob had said it's going to leave with me by the time.
It's going to be in good hands with Karen, and I'm going to buy it all online. I already pulled it up. So I'm going to wind up doing all the onlines and take care of that.
Yes,
Everything
yes.
you got is good as bought.
Yes, and we're going to be in the Art in Southeast Washington on August the 13th. Everybody, all my fans have to come out and spend that day with me for my birthday. If you want to know what gift you can get me, buy a ticket in quarters and $35 worth of quarters. But we can go see Tamara over at the Art. So I just want to put it out there and just come out and support her in a big way, because that's what we have to do. We have to collaborate and support each other, you know. And they say we don't do that enough in the black community, but I say they wrong. We know how to come out and support each other, you know. So, you know, if you listen to the media, some medias, they would not want to do that. But here on the Voice of Class Act, we show you how much, you know, we are working hard in the community and doing it together. Because as Apostle would say, it's better when we do it together. When one or two come together and touch and agree, consider it done, okay? Because God got his hands on it. So now we are moving right along. We're going to be talking about our Forest Hike Day, and I'm just so blessed to have the Honorable Tanya Hines. She is councilwoman from District Ward 3, and this is in Prince George's County, Maryland. And we have a wonderful husband, you know, and I love it because, you know, it takes a good, strong partner set. And I saw that when they came in, because I was like, hi, and Mr. Quincy Hines over there was like, hi, we're here for Ward 3.
He officially called himself the Gopher. That's a, you know what, that means he's working hard.
Yes. So we're going to just bring y'all right on in.
What sort of got me going was when y'all was talking about the cowboy. Well, that's another subject.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about Forest Heights.
Yes. But we'll get that sports back in, because I can see you're a sportsman. So we'll make sure we close out with the sports.
Some things to say.
Oh, you got some things to say. You got some things to share with us. So yes. So Miss Hines, jump right on in and just tell us about Forest Hike Day and why are you involved? Why you are involved with Forest Hike Day?
Okay. Well, hello. Thank
Yes.
you for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I'm a newly elected councilwoman.
All right.
March 15th, I was sworn in.
Give it up.
And I'm in it, you know, because I love my town and I want to do something. So Forest Heights Day is August 5th, you know, just as you said, 11 to 5, and we have free food tickets, you know, that we're asking everyone to come, you know, to our, you know, municipal town hall to get. We have local bands come in. We have guest speakers, Senator Muse.
All right.
We have limited, our dances are called limited dancers. We have all sorts of activities for our children. We just want to, you know, promote. We do this every year. It's at the park on Tyack Park. And we're just, we're a friendly little community. And we're the jewel of the harbor.
Yes, and
the jewel of the harbor.
I like that, the jewel of the harbor. That's very important because, you know, if you're from this area, you know, Forest Heights, sometimes we can be the forgotten area, you know, because, you know, I'm going to go ahead on and say it, you know, a lot of times we sit as officials up here, sitting high and say we want to reach people where they are, but you can't reach it if you're up here. You got to come meet them where they are, and I like the fact that you are doing this and going right in the heart of Prince George's County and over in that area in Southern County, and making sure that you're touching the people and coming in and meeting their needs. So when you come in and do something like this, put on a big fair day and meet their needs, they're more willing to tell you what their issues are. And what their concerns are. And then you give your chances to hear them and get addressed on a platform that you're bringing joy to them. So, you know, I really appreciate you guys doing this. So how many years has this been going on, do you know?
As far as Forest Heights Day?
Yes.
I wouldn't want to, you know, put my foot in my mouth.
We've been a part of Forest Heights Day for at least a good 10 years.
Okay, wow.
You know,
so at least we know over 10 years.
Because it's changed, because, you know, the whole makeup of the town has changed, so it's changed in respects to, it caters more to people like us as opposed before, you know, so it's becoming more exciting and more things to do.
Oh, wow, yes. And so, and what's the expectancy? What's the number count that you all get out to come out for Forest Heights Day?
Well, normally it's relative. It's like maybe 300 to 500 people.
Wow.
You know, maybe might come out.
That's a lot.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, wow.
So, it grows, and you know, people come at different times, various times.
Yes.
Oh, that is great.
But the main thing is free.
Yes.
You got to spend nothing. You can bring mom and them and everybody.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, it's a family day, and that's good.
Day.
And the wonderful thing, you give out the free book packs and everything like that. So you know they can have their way of going back to school. And actually, we are going to be a part of that. Carlton, is he back in the studio? He need to come on over here and join on in on us.
Yes.
You know, so this is squeeze on in wherever you can, Carlton. No, so we'll make it work. I'm a drive the engineer crazy. That's what I do. That's my job, is to make it hard for them. So so we see a little taste of you. Okay, we got a little taste of you right there. Yeah. So
Now, Ms. Hines, quick question.
Yes.
Do you happen to have a target you want to reach, a target number of backpacks and that you want to reach to?
Well, we have 2 schools in Forest Heights. Glass Manor. I said Glass Manor. Flintstone. And we have Forest Heights Elementary. And if we can just reach, 50 kids, that would be beautiful. Because as I said, we just are a community that's a family oriented, and so it's just a number that 50,
Absolutely.
starting. But yeah, we have a lot of kids, so.
Yes. And so Carter, Carter Carlton is here in the studio with us today, and he's running for county council in District 8. So so your election is next year in June of 2018. So why is it important to you to be a part of this?
Well, first and foremost, Forest Heights is part of District 8. And so what I'm going to do, and for those who don't know me, I am a graduate of Oxon Hill High School. So I'm born and raised. I'm homegrown.
How
So I went
right.
to Indian Queen Elementary,
You
Hudson
sure
Hill
you're
Junior High.
homegrown? Can you prove it to us? How can you prove it to us? I'm just messing.
You don't want me to start using some of the PG slangs here to prove it to you.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
You know, when we used to go back shorty. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right,
Shorty.
Shorty.
What's up, Shorty?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
But,
see, that's what I like about him. He know how to let his hair down and just, just dig in the trenches with us. So I love that about you.
So what I'm going to do is, you talked about the two schools. And by the way, my background is in education. Yes. I was a principal at Ernest Just Middle School for 5 years. I had Derek's son. And, he will tell you when I went in there, the kids learned. And so I moved and took an organization that was broken and restored it. And so that's what I basically want to do for District 8. I want to make sure that we have people that, politicians that are of their own self-interest instead of actually being servant of the people. Okay. And you don't have to necessarily be in politics or be in office to do something. So therefore, I'm going to bring 50 backpacks with me.
Say that again. You bring how many?
Backpacks.
Fully loaded?
Fully loaded. Fully loaded. And so what I would like to do, to be fair, and I might have to talk to the former mayor here, is to probably raffle them off and raffle off 10 per hour. And so that we can be fair, because I'm sure the need is greater than that. But just to make sure that we don't, because some families may have 4 or 5 kids, and we want to make sure that we can reach at least 50 families. Exactly. And to make sure they at least have a backpack and a starter kit fully loaded with a starter kit in the backpack. So I'm bringing that with me on Saturday to get it. I know it's just a little bit, but it's at least a start. Yes. And like I said, I want to also say that on August 27th, I will also be doing a community day at Tucker Road. And I also will be having 50 more backpacks. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm going to work on that and pledge that I will bring 50 more. And then
50, maybe even plus, because Eli Media is donating some backpacks for the 27th event.
And along with that, we'll have a domestic violence booth. We will also have an expungement fair. We also have someone from North Atlantic Laborers Union who also will work with those who have criminal records, and we'll hire them. We also have a blood pressure screening, and we will also have someone who's in nursing and healthcare out there. And we also may have a collaboration, which I'm working on now, probably for someone who's working in the sheriff's department. So that we want to show that...
And registration.
And voter registration.
Yep.
But what we want to show is that we can work together before we get into office, because the problem is, once they get into office, you don't ever see them again. You never see what they do for the community. We want to show you right now, even those who are just running for office, what we can do, before we get started, and just think what we can do when we get in. And so I am a servant of the people. I am homegrown, and I'm fully vested in this community. Mm-hmm. So I just want to let you know, whatever I can do, I'll be back. So if Forest Heights wants me to come back, we'll just keep doing it over and over until we get all those kids achieved, because I'm a champion of the kids.
On behalf of the children, I want to thank you right now, man. A lot of times we as parents, you may look at me and say, well, I can afford it. A lot of times we can't afford it. We let our pride get in the way. Mm-hmm. So anything that you can help community, man, will be a blessing. Yes. We appreciate it. We thank you.
Much.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
The question is there somewhere we can make donations? Is there a site or something we can make donations to, or just show up that day, or?
Well, you can call the town easily, and they can give you all the information where to donate to. And the number to the town would be?
It would be
301-839-1030.
1030.
839-1030.
839-1030.
By the way, that's the number to get tickets to the event. They're giving away the tickets free, but they just need a count.
Yes,
as to
keep up with the head count.
To express. So, you can call that same number to get all the information on the town.
Okay, that's great. And I tell you, Mr. Hydes, I just like your energy, and you look like you won. You get in, and
I've always been. I'm an ex-council person, ex-mayor, so I've always been in tune to the community.
So what is some of the obligations and duty for a council person?
Well, I'm learning, and I just went to MML, and I found out, the meetings are just the small thing, but to listen to my constituents, to as far as I go, the budget. We just did the budget, and oh my goodness, that was really a big one.
So do you know my friend? I think you all was y'all on the same slate together?
Yes, so many friends.
I know, right?
Her Rolodex
He
is
was the
completely
former mayor
overflowing.
over there, in Glendale, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, he gonna kill me too. Don Juan. Do you know Don Juan Williams? Don Juan Williams, because he won it May. I think he's
Really?
now, yes, he's back in office because he was the mayor of Glenarden, and now he's the, yes, I think he won in May, because this was the race back in May for May 1st, May 1st, right? Okay.
Well, no, ours was March.
Oh, I mean March 1st. Yes. You remember Carlton? I introduced you to him over at, I forget what position he just, he gonna kill me too. I'm on the air talking about I forgot his position. That's my best friend. Yes, Don Juan.
But you put his name in the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
don't kill me, Don Juan, because I know they had a slate. It was like 7 or 8 of them on the slate, and 2 of them made it through when he was when we was talking to him back in March. Yes. So, congratulations. So, congratulations, and your husband. So what's this? You get this from your husband, or if it was both in your blood, both of y'all blood, it just come from your passion that you have for the people.
It comes from a passion because we've always been in. Because we send all our children. We have 6 children, and we all.
Wow.
We were always
6
hands
children?
on. And hands on is very fun because we were always hands on.
Exactly.
Whenever the school ever did anything, we were always
right
there. But if you messed up, we also saw that. So where they used to welcome us with open arms, when we started putting them in check, they didn't like that part.
But that's okay.
So you
We're
got to
in it to
accept
win it.
everything with it.
Oh, yes.
So we've always been involved in the community. It's like a tree.
Okay, so with 6 kids as well, even though I come from a small family, but my mom was considered like the safe haven, the mother of the neighborhood. So is it like that for you too? Because it seemed like it, and then definitely Dad over there.
I mean, we've been a pretty good team. It hasn't been easy. God never said it would be.
You're right about that.
That's right.
But He rewards the faithful one.
Yes. And
Yes.
we've been blessed, definitely.
Yes.
Can I just make a shout out to
Yeah,
the mayor?
sure.
Mayor Muhammad was on the ticket with me, and she won. And I just want to, let you guys know that Mayor Muhammad, she's doing her thing. She's for the community. So
Yes.
when you come over to Forest Heights, you're welcome.
Yes.
You're definitely welcome.
And she's the mayor of Forest
Forest
Heights.
Heights, yes.
Everyone. She's the mayor of Forest Heights. And I'm just loving, and I'm just meeting you and Ms. Hines, but I'm loving your spirit because you know what? I just like that your humbleness about yourself. So and please stay that way. We need more people in office like you that's just really committed for the community and not afraid afraid to say, hey, this is the learning process for me. But one thing I would tell you, I would just be there for my community. Why I'm learning this process, and I know and see, and most of us, once we get in office, we try to act like we know everything. Oh yeah, I've been doing this for years, and and this is da. But I just like your spirit and stay that way. Okay, so if I can encourage you, embrace it. Embrace it, and it's a learning process, and embrace it. Okay, and you're gonna do great things for us as long as you stay right there. God got your heart so humble.
I receive it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. So Tamara, anything you have for them? Do you have kids?
I do. I have children. I have 6 children as well.
Oh wow! Wait a minute. What is this? What is this? Yes.
So when I remarried, my family became bigger. And I have 3 children. They're all in Prince George's County public schools, and at Largo, down at the Maya Angelou French Immersion School in Oxon Hill, and Kettering Middle School.
Oh wow!
And I'm just so
like
happy.
a baby herself.
I thought you were like 27 or something.
I'm really enjoying this conversation because I'm a community person as well. I mean, I love, like I said, I grew up rural, so I grew up around a lot of community leaders, and
Right.
so it's just good to see that I'm still there in that presence of community and leadership.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
That
so,
is really
so
good.
yeah. So what do you do to give back to the community? You say you're a
I
community
have-
person as well. So what
Yes.
are you doing?
Well, I have a 4-H group.
Okay.
So it's a group of teens and some of younger than teens, preteens, and we serve the community. We do community service. They participate in the county fair. They have like speech competitions.
Oh,
We're a
wow.
part of the University of Maryland Extension Office.
Uh-huh.
So we meet monthly, and we're teaching these children how to lead, how to conduct business meetings. They are actually leading the meetings.
Oh wow, that's what I'm
and
talking
using
about.
Robert's rule of order. Yeah, so I just that's my part.
Oh wow.
I love children. I'm a former teacher as well.
See? Oh, so where you used to teach it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
gotta take care. She knows about
Yeah,
house.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
so where you used to teach at?
I used to teach in the Mount Rainier area. So I was
Okay.
at Mount Rainier Elementary and then Thomas Stone Elementary.
Okay.
So that's my little community over there as well. Even though I've
Okay.
always lived on the other side, I love that arts and entertainment district over
Yes,
there.
yes. So and
Yeah.
so when do you get together and meet on your organization that you're doing for the kids?
We're actually meeting next Wednesday at 7:00
Okay.
in Upper Marlboro. You can contact. Can I get my contact
Yeah,
information?
sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm giving my cell phone number.
Okay, that's okay.
You can call me for music or
Okay,
for
what
this
is
too.
it?
But it's 301
Yes.
237-7834. And our group is called Code Green. The kids came up with that, and they like to focus on engineering and
Oh.
math, arts, and science. So engineering, that's their
Wow.
thing. They came up with this.
Yes,
So,
Colton, that's right up your alley too. Yes, yes,
A former STEM teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Well, they need to
right.
meet you, especially.
Can we
since
come and
they're-
speak to the group?
Yes,
Colton, would
that
you
would
like
be
to go
so
speak to the
awesome.
Well, more
group?
than speak to them, let's put an activity together.
Okay, so Miss
Would they like to
Hines,
do rockets, or what would they like to do?
They like
Airplanes, because those are all the things that bridges, all kinds of
yeah,
activities.
they're into a lot of different things. So
Robotics.
sounds good, and they're into also this. I don't know how to say it, but I want to say it's like anime, but
Oh, okay. I got you.
using storyboard, like that part of it as well, like arts, the STEAM.
They're looking into the television media part of it.
It's so much.
Like a storyboard.
Yes.
Animation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so
Panels.
so you say it's
creating
this
panels.
Wednesday,
This Wednesday,
August the 2nd.
August 2nd.
We'll definitely look into that and see if we can come out. So what we'll
my
do is
gosh,
come
that'd be
out
great.
and observe the kids
Yes,
first.
what's going on.
Okay.
And then Carter speak to the kids. Miss Hines, would you like to be
I
a
would
part of
love
this?
to be a part of
And
it.
then
All
yes,
right.
let's
Yes.
make this happen
Collaborate,
Wednesday.
that's right.
And then we'll
Yes.
just come up there and and just sit in with the kids
Okay.
and just observe and see what their needs are. And like Carlton said, we can do a collaborative effort and do something with the kids.
Yeah, I
How
can
about
find
that?
out what
Awesome.
their interests are, and then we
Okay.
can work from there.
All right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
how many kids are in the program?
Well, we have 11 in the program, but I've just gotten emails from about 5 parents with children. So I know this second half of the year we're going to really expand.
Yes,
Yeah, we're gonna have a big
more.
group.
Oh.
Probably I said 20 would be my
Be your
personally
limit?
my limit. But who knows? We
Yes,
might get
yeah.
some other leaders who can come on and help me along with this group. So
Oh wow,
Yeah.
this is great. This is
Yes.
see how we
Yes,
just keeping this
yeah.
collaboration going. And Carter, you are big on collaboration. Why is this? Give us why collaboration is so important and needed now.
Basically, I can go from here. Yeah, basically, as you can see, you know, there's power in collaboration. Nothing really gets done in isolation. And so a lot of what's happening, and push back if you disagree with me, but a lot of what's been doing is because people are doing solo and they're not working together to get problems done because we have so many special interests. And somewhere along the line, people have forgotten how to collaborate and work together. And so I, as a candidate now, am pulling other new candidates with me that have the same mindset to collaborate. Because working in isolation, we're not going to get anything done. We're just out there floundering. But if we pull our resources together and actually do something for the community, even if I don't get elected, I still want to be a public servant.
Thank you.
And so I'm going to continue moving and doing that along because that's what I am designed to do. And so what we want to do is continue to build what I call effective teams and everything in leadership. If you're going to transform any organization, you have to build effective teams. And I'll give you an example. When Derek's son was there, when I got to the school, we only had 5 members in the PTA. But when I left there, we had 850 members.
Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful.
And
really?
we put on many things. We put on graduations that they told us that we couldn't put on. We had events that we told that we weren't supposed to have. All because the PTA pulled together, and I kept my parents informed, and I kept the kids, because the parents are the community.
Exactly.
And so what I had to do is be transparent and also tell the truth and also tell people where they are and why and what we need, and always be active. And so that's why collaboration is so important, to bring folks together. Folks are thirsty for leadership. They just need to know they just need to know the information, and they'll come together.
Exactly.
You know, they know something's wrong, but they just don't know how to fix it.
True.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
excellent.
once again, you say the Forest Heights Annual Community Festival coming up August 5th, this Saturday,
Yes,
11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
yes. And if I can just say, Ms. Hawkins is our new appointed town clerk, and she put this all together, and she did a beautiful job. I just want to say thank you to her, because without her right now, I don't know what I would be doing because of her. So I just thank, all of us, just like you said, we work together in the town of Forest Heights. As I said, this is my husband, and he's my rock, and so he's like, telling me exactly what to say and what not to say, and so yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, Forest Heights Day, please come out.
And I'll tell you what not, what part, when do you start believing or?
Right now. No, but yes, please come out.
Absolutely.
The RSVP, for your food tickets, but you come out and we have vendors, we have guest speakers, and it's just going to be, it's a fun day, and the parade starts at 11. So.
And don't forget 301-839-1030
Yes,
to
we
make
do.
sure you get your tickets. Your
Yes.
RSVP.
RSVP.
Definitely need a head count for that.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, welcome. And once you're in, your family, as Karen says, so get ready.
Hey,
You're
all
recruited
right.
in all areas and
I'm
collaborating in all areas.
going to be there. I'm going to be here. I
Now,
am. Thank
let me
you.
change the topic a little bit. 6 kids. How do you manage all of this and then raise 6 children? We have experts on the panel here. Just give us, who have just 3 kids.
Look, it is not easy, but guess what? When you just now said about that, our Forest Heights Elementary doesn't have a PTA. And I'm trying to get one started. I don't understand why we don't have one, but I'm a
We don't
grandmother.
have one now.
We don't have one now, I'm sorry, but we're gonna get one. But yeah, I have grandchildren that go to Forest Heights Elementary, and as I told the principal, because you have any of my children, I'm in it, whatever you need, and that's what we do. We put our hands where we're needed, and so it's not gonna be an easy job, and I didn't expect it to be, but I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, so.
And what was the age range between your children, the youngest to the oldest? and
Well, the
navigating that
Well,
aspect.
the oldest is old as you now, so.
I'll buy it in 1 minute. Thank you. No, I'm 50, so I don't think it's old as me. No. No, old man, no. I got my AARP the other week. I'm good.
No, you look good.
50-year-old.
That is really the young. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I always like mess. Yeah.
I thought you saw with the Bowie State. I'm like, okay, she just graduated a little while ago.
I have to mess with him because I tell him he still can fit his football jersey from college. Okay,
Really?
have not changed,
Oh,
have not
wow.
aged, all that. So, and it was so funny. It was like 8 of us that turned 50 last year.
Yeah, sure did.
Really?
So on my 50th birthday, I surprised them all
Put all
and
of
put
our-
their names on the
on the
cake.
cake,
And
yeah.
at the end, I called all of them up at the stage, and I had all my guests to sing happy birthday to us.
That was
so,
cool. That was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
If I can
yeah.
just say it don't crack, I'm being honest.
That's what they say. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yes,
But
yes.
You guys look really good.
I didn't have any
thank you.
girls. That's what they told me. I didn't. I had 3 boys. That's
Okay.
that's what they tell me. So
We have girls.
Oh, we have 2 boys and 4 girls.
I hear
Okay.
the girls, they're great when they're young, and I hear they give you a little bit of trouble when they get old. That's what I hear.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Well, really,
Probably
it
'cause
really
it's-
depends on the child.
the truth.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't want. It's always
That's the
wrong
truth.
to, you know,
He say that's
to
the
paint
It's
with
the
a
truth.
roller.
It's the
Because
truth.
everything's a fine brush, you know.
Yeah,
So it'd be wrong for me to say girls are more than no. It depends on the child.
What's your take?
Right.
What's your take?
Well, I grew up with all the girls.
Okay.
It was fine. I mean, I wasn't a parent, but you know. But I have 5 girls and 1 boy,
See?
and so 3 are in my household.
Okay.
And the girl, my boy, he is so chill and just.
Mamas and their boys.
Oh my gosh! And my girls are just bubbly.
Is that the nice way to put it?
That's a
Bubbly.
good word.
Yeah.
Into a lot.
Yeah, bubbly.
I have to.
Into a lot,
Yeah.
full of energy.
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real because my mom from the country. She said, "Look, when you start smelling yourself like that, it's time for you to go out and get your own." And y'all know you don't heard that saying. That's why she over there. Did that sound like something?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, okay,
old
yes.
school.
Keep
And
it
I used to
real.
be, Mom, I'm 18 now. I'm grown. Look with the head thing too.
I
I'm
heard
grown.
that. Yeah,
She was
I
like,
heard
no, you're not grown. She said, age don't make you grown. Handling your responsibilities is what
Exactly.
make
Thank
you
you.
grown. So
Exactly.
until you get out here and you are handling your responsibility on your own,
Yes.
you
Right.
not grown. As long as you living with me, it's still house rule.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yes, that's it.
I don't care what age it is. If you still living under parents' roof, it's house rules,
Hello.
and you have to follow them.
Thank you.
And it's just simple as that.
Thank
You're
you.
35, still living at home.
Yeah.
You got house
You
rules.
got right. You don't
Sorry,
like it,
you
know
got
what the
house
door
rules.
is. There you go.
Exactly. Sorry, you got
Yeah,
house
that's
rules.
it.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm old school. That's how I was raised.
definitely,
You know,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you in the house, it's house rules.
Okay.
And you got to respect everybody's house rules. That's why even when I go and stay with my friends or stay with somebody and I'm in their house, I respect their
Exactly.
house rules.
Thank you.
So, and that's just how it
That's
is.
old
That's
school.
how I'm
That's
old
it.
school.
That's
I'm
it.
just old
And
school.
keep it
Is
real.
that how you raising your son?
I came home at 22, coming out of Maryland Eastern Shore. My dad said, "I want you to be back in the house by 12." And I was 22 years old, and I said, "I'll be right back." So I went right down to the townhouse and put a contract on the townhouse. It came right back and said, "Boom, Dad, the townhouse be ready in 6 months."
Oh, my goodness.
I can't take it.
But until then, you
Until
came
then,
in
I
at
came in at
12.
12.
That's right. That's
22 years
right.
old.
I understand.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. There you go. Mhm. That's awesome.
Yes, yes. Yes. Okay, y'all. I think it's finally gonna work. Okay, can you put on? Everybody, we gotta say hello, D. Okay. Hello, D.
Yes.
You are on the radio, so you got to watch what you say now. Let me give you that fair warning. This is your sister, and this month is Family Reunion Month in the studio, so I wanted to call you because today is your birthday and say happy birthday. So everybody in the studio got to say happy birthday to my sister D. So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, D!
Thank you.
Yes, tell them how old you are today.
I'm only only 55 young.
Oh, that's right. I like that. 55 young.
Beautiful.
So what you have planned for today? You waiting on me to come over?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So I will see you once I get off the air.
Well, Karen, we have
Yes,
a singer
ma'am.
here.
This was a surprise.
I know, because I was telling everyone earlier how you always wanted to come in the studio with me and actually get a chance to see what I do. So for a minute, we bringing the studio to you and calling in today.
Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Oh, God bless you. But we got a special treat for you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, listen well. We have a singer in the house, and she's going to sing to you today. So here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Go ahead, sister. Amen.
birthday, dear Dee. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you so much. You sound wonderful.
Yes, she did. She said, you sound wonderful.
Tamara Wellens.
Yes. Okay, well, I have to go now, okay?
Okay, so when I see you about 3 o'clock?
You see, yes.
Yeah,
You gonna see me
that's
about
right,
3
Dee.
o'clock.
3 o'clock.
As soon as I get off the air, I will be coming your way. I'll call you when I'm on the way, okay?
Okay, love you all and thanks a million.
All right, love you
Dee.
too.
I
Bye-bye.
love the
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday song.
Oh,
You
You're
sound
welcome.
good.
Look,
Enjoy
we're
your
gonna
day.
we're gonna probably take you. She's gonna be singing live in DC on August the 13th,
Yes.
which is my birthday weekend. So you know what? That's what you could do. Give me some quarters before I can pay for my ticket, okay? And then I'll pay for your ticket, okay? You wanna go?
All right. Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go and see her on August the 13th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so, okay, Dee, I'm hanging up for real now because I told them already how you like to talk. So we are on the air, and I'll see you when I get over there at 3 o'clock, okay?
Okay, thank
Okay.
you so much.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Love all of you.
Okay, bye-bye.
God bless.
God bless. Yes, well, thank you all for being in on this treat and surprise. I know she is going to be cheesing for the rest of the day. I tell you, this really made her day. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we got Miss Waller in the house. She's running for state delegate for District 25. So we have a full house today. I'm telling you now, we're going to keep it going until 2 o'clock, and, you know, let's see what all we can do for our community, right? That's how we do it, right? This is how we do it. On the voice of yes.
I just want to thank y'all for having us. It's funny, your sister's name is Dee, my sister's name is DJ. Yesterday was her birthday.
Really?
So happy birthday, DJ.
Happy
Yes.
birthday,
And happy birthday, DJ. We gotta say happy birthday to DJ. So you know Leo Rouge.
Yeah.
When your birthday?
His birthday is August 2nd.
And I'm the 12th. Leo Rouge. Yeah. That's how we do it around here. What's up, Leo? That's why I loved you right from the start. You know what I'm saying? It's a Leo thing. A matter of fact, our other co-host, her birthday was on the 23rd, so she right on the cuff.
Yes.
My mother-in-law birthday was on the 26th. My sister 29th. I'm August the 12th. And then I know somebody that's August the 2nd.
That's right. There you
Whoop,
go.
whoop. Hey, Mom, can you handle all this Leo up in the house? Can you handle this? Can you handle the truth? Okay, all right, right. I'll take that. So you September or the end of August? 29th of August. See, yeah, he had to come late, huh? And late. Just late. You know, just late. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to came, before the 21st. You just late. Oh, no. So, Leo Rouge today. That's the rest of the show, Rob. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut my co-host off because it's about, we here. Yes. So, we be right back at you here on eLife Media. You're listening to the Voice of Class Act. Thank you.
All right.
surprised. You got to move on like the sun got to rise. I'm just holding you down, but the universe is calling you. You are one, a chosen few. You got to pay your dues. Me and my baby gonna miss you. I see your smile in her face. I only wish we were with you now. It's a lonely, lonely place, but the universe is calling you. I want a chosen few. You pay your I know you make it. You deserve it. You know you do. The blues are shaking. I focus on you. Oh, don't let them change you. No, come like thieves in the night. Oh, don't let them rearrange it, boy. You got to do what's right. 'Cause the universe is calling you. I want a chosen few. You pay your Once upon a big time, you said, "Come on, There was this little girl from Ivor. Oh, she thought she could sing. That's what people told her. Girl, you can sing. But her mama told her one thing. She told her, she said, "Girl, you pretty." That's what Mama said. You pretty, Tammy. Then one day, one day, she believed She believed what her mama said. She believed, oh, she believed what her mama said. And now, that's how the story begins.
Welcome back to the Voice of Class Act here on E-Life Media. The smooth sounds you've been hearing while we was on commercial break, that's from my very own Tamra. So thank you so much, girl. Yes, you smooth over there. Yes, you said you do the smooth soul thing. She said, acting like the little shy one over there.
We're thinking she's in her mid-20s, something just graduated
I could be
from
that.
college.
I could be
Yes.
About house music earlier.
I'll tell you, I was like, what you know about house music? I guess she about to show us what she really know.
You know, house music is still, it's still alive. It's underground, but it's still there.
Yes. I'm telling you now, that was so nice. Yeah, that CD coming up out of here.
I have some house on that as well. Some
really?
tempo and some house music.
So what track it is? So when we go to commercial break, we can make sure we see what you working with your house music.
So Out of Place. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Track 5.
Okay.
Track 4 is a little housey too. It's like more Latin feel house.
Well, we want to hear that. 4 and 5, a little housey Latin. Oh, okay. I like that. So now, as you can see, we got some more guests in the studio. You know, Class Act, we just like to keep it real, don't we, Rob?
Absolutely.
And just keep swinging the guests on in here because, you know, we got so much.
Class Act. That's just what you do, Karen.
That's what we
follow
do.
Your lead.
That's what we do around here, Rob. You're right, because we always like to give the community a voice, and you know, and more people we can come in and spread the goodness of what we're doing in the community better. So welcome now. Look, she been, I'm gonna call her, giving us cameo appearances for the last 2 weeks. So this is her 3rd week here with us, and she'll be back again next week. So come on now, welcome, Wella. Tell the people all about you. You've been out there door knocking again today.
The rain kind of got us. So today we kind of slowed down. But this morning I actually spent time at First Baptist of Highland Park. I went to the women's prayer breakfast. And let me tell you, there were hundreds of women in that room uplifting each other. Wow. So I was impressed with the amount, the turnout and the excitement and the encouragement. Wow. And the scripture was that to create your own destiny, be your own.
Girl, and, that was for you today.
It was because a lot of times they talked about how we try to look into TV, media, various things to define our destiny. Mm-hmm. But I think that this is a time where we can uplift each other as women, because as women we do look to these things that have these unrealistic expectations of us, right? Mm-hmm. So now, how do we move ourselves forward without these the standards that are unrealistic? Mm-hmm. Now, so that was what I got from it, was that we need to uplift each other and live the lives that we think we should as women, with God by our side, right? So that was that goes into sort of the domestic violence event that we're doing with you and some other organizations, Sisters for Sisters, Healthy Relationships with Veronica Burnett. We could talk about the expectations that people have of women, what we should take.
Yes,
and a lot of women are taking violence in their by their spouses, by people in their lives, because they feel that because media gives you what you should take to keep a man, to keep your house together. But we need to take a stand and say, no, actually, I'm going to define my own destiny, and I do not have to take that.
Mm-hmm. So, wow. And it's so funny that you're saying that, because that has been my theme for this year. I do a vision conference every year in my home. I open it up to my clients, so you all invited to that. That's September the 30th. And this year, since I'm celebrating 5 years of doing it, it's going to be free. And this year, if the thing is take your stance. And I started with Dr. Dula because he invited me. Women of Democracy was his theme for the year. So his very first meeting of the year in February, he had us to come out and speak. And that's what I was just saying. We got to stand in our own truth, and and not let others define who we are, and just know who we are and be proud of that and take your stance. So who are you going to stand on, and what do you want people to know when you are standing in your own authentic truth? And that's what it's about. And, and sometimes it's real, but you got to stand in it and you got to own it, and just stay in the will of God and let the God define where your true destiny should be, and not, like you said, let TV or media or anything like that define who we are. We got to know that and believe it and just trust in God and to stay in His will, and sometimes the walk, it ain't gonna always be easy. He not guarantee you that, but your faith and your belief gonna carry you through, and that's where you get your experience and your wisdom from. So when you hear people and we like, oh man, the wise person, they sit down and tell us why. It's in them challenges. It's in the struggle of they walks is where they come and they can deposit that wisdom back into us. So I like that. You just hitting home. So yeah, that's what I'm be talking about. Well, no, on September the 30th. So I want you all to come and experience that with me. So yes, and guess who I saw last night?
Who you see?
I saw Bishop Horton, because yes, and that's where we having. If you want to tell people where you having your event at?
Yes, I am having it at Unity Life Christian Ministries, which is 5210 Oth Road in Suitland, Maryland. And one of the things we need to do, we need to collaborate with the churches. I feel that a lot of our movement we've been sort of moving forward and then sort of taking the church out where the church is part of our community. Let's just face it, we have to face the reality, and especially the African American community, people surround themselves by the church. Like I said, this morning I'm looking in the room, hundreds of women here ready for prayer just to keep them moving forward. So we need to collaborate with them in civic engagement. And that's how we're going to get people more engaged. One of the most disappointing things about this county, I'm looking at the numbers in my district, we have 125 residents, but we have 10,000 voters in the primaries. That's sad. That shows lack of engagement. And then we wonder why we don't get what we want from our communities. So one of the things that I want to do is try to engage people back into civic engagement. What can we do to bring them back? So that's why one of the reasons why I reached out to Bishop Horton to try to collaborate with churches and other organizations that can bring people back into the fold. Because some people have given up. They say, I don't care. Nothing. If I go to the polls, if I go to meetings, ain't nothing going to be done. That's not true. In fact, that's what they bet on. The powers that be that control this county, they bet on the fact that we will not be engaged.
Yes, and that is so true. And not only that, I just want to just say a little bit more about your event that's coming up in October. You know, I was just it's for domestic violence, and what I was saying to Walla, my thing is, let's bring some men. How can we bring the men on this side? Because you know, we just think it's just always the women, but trust me, the men go through too. And matter of fact, it's even harder for them to have a platform and want to come out and tell the truth. So, you know, while we have two men that's sitting here, what is something different that we can do and bring to that about the domestic violence and giving that platform to the men to let them feel comfortable about wanting to come out and share their story? Do you have any thoughts about that, domestic violence?
I guess as with anything, sometimes it's harder to get men to even just open up about what they're going through. So, and it's interesting you said bringing in the church. I know for me, that's where I found an opportunity to meet like-minded men, and we did a series, the 33 series, and that's one thing, I guess, that I can speak upon for me, where we talk about all types of issues. Just to reach I'm going to say the everyday person, I'm not sure. I really got to think about that, because I said, man, we just clam up. You know, we don't talk. I know a lot of times you said so many hundreds of women together, and I know it was powerful because women will communicate, whereas men, we don't. We have, like you said, things that society will place on you, how you may be raised, to you got to be tough, you got to be strong, you don't cry, all these things, and you got to think, especially being emasculated from slavery on. You know, there's so many things as men, and just getting opened up to something, you know, I don't know, I would never put my hands on a woman. I don't know what would drive a man to do that. But as far as to get some men to come out and engage more and to be some more supportive, just talking up here. Maybe it may hit somebody, just a few words that we say. Just visibility, asking, just ask. We need more men. Where are you? Step to the plate.
Yeah.
We may touch along those aspects.
And I do want to respond to that. And also I wanted to, Veronica Burnett, she actually has an organization that's focused on relationships, and she gave me the actual statistics of men that have been actual victims of domestic violence. So what is the statistics?
Well, yes. I would love to know this myself.
It's actually 1 in 5 men.
Yes.
And they don't talk about it.
And they don't talk about it.
And it's not always physical. There are a lot of men who experience mental and emotional abuse at the hands of their partner, by their partner's words. And so I would just say to anyone out there, think about what you're saying and think about how it makes another person feel. It does emasculate a man to talk down to him. They are the natural protectors of the home, and if you make them feel unworthy, unloved, then that eats away at their self-esteem. And there's so much damage that can be done, and a lot of it is irreversible.
Yes, and you know, and I did hear that statistics 1 out of every 5 men, and then but it's overall they say it is I think if I can remember right, it's over 87,000 men that will admit, but it's more than that a year that only reports it, but it's more than that. But it's only 87,000 that may report that they are being abused. So, you know, that's why I was just wondering, how can we just make the men feel comfortable and bring that platform out as well?
I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but some men may not know they're being mentally abused. They may just think this is the natural order of the woman and her way of expressing herself and when she's emotional. And they don't know, hey, you know, I'm not supposed to take this. And so a lot of that may be self-awareness of you know, domestic violence. Because what I can say from, I mean, this is not me, but from what I'm from what I hear is sometimes the woman can push, and then finally the man snaps. And then he is the one that's sitting up there. And this is what I had in my, I go to Mount Enon. And then when we go to the 250 men Bible study class, and we talk about that, some men have talked about with other men. See, that's my strategy for you. Have it with other men. Do not have women in the room. It needs to be men with men, and they talk about how sometimes they don't want to come home because they don't know which way the wind is going to blow. And so a lot of it is the mental torture that the women put on the men day after day after day. But they don't really realize until we start going through some scripture that there is some slight abuse going on.
Well, I do want to talk about an experience that I had actually 2 weeks ago. We were door knocking, and on my literature I talk about sort of my work with domestic violence and other issues. And a guy took my literature, and then he came and found me, I guess, as I was walking down the street, and he said, "I have a question." And then he kind of hesitated, so I said, "What's the question?" And I had someone with me, so then he just hesitated. Then he just asked a question that had to do with wills and walked away. Then he called me the next day, and he said, "I am a victim of domestic violence, and I don't want you." So then he told me a situation and what should he do. So I was telling him, he needed to go to court and some things he needed to do. And then, I followed up with him, and then he hadn't responded. Finally, he called me back, and he said, "I spoke with my family. I just don't want to put myself out there like that."
Yeah.
And, I think it's a pride thing, and people think it's a pride thing, and especially in the African-American community.
We got to break that.
And it doesn't just come from African-American community. It starts in Africa. My family's from Liberia and Nigeria, and that we have the machismo, the strong man. That a man has to be strong. He has to have control. And, a man being able to put themselves out there as being a victim makes them vulnerable. I think we need to break that by showing. I think that type of mentality actually stops men from coming out with a lot of things, actually. And actually that also empowers some men to think that they can attack their wives or the women in their lives and physically hit them because of this sort of them being the strong man. So I think we need to work on breaking that in our community and make a concerted effort to do it so that we can. It would improve our community.
Yes, I definitely think so as well. Yes.
May I piggyback on
Yes, ma'am.
The one thing that I do know is with any form of abuse, it is a choice that the abuser makes. So you do have to make the choice to put your hands on a person. You do make the choice to speak words that will hurt. It's a choice. What I am saying also is that there is also help for the victim and the abuser. So that abuser doesn't have to feel like, oh, I'm this monster.
Yes.
If you are having problems with controlling yourself, seek help, just like the victim can seek help. The other thing I wanted to suggest or bring it back to the church. In church, it is so taboo to talk about domestic violence. It needs to be education in the church. It needs to be education in the community. Even if you don't have a domestic violence ministry, you can be a source of information, and you can make it so that person is safe. You can have information up on a public board at the church or at your community center just with a telephone number. If you're being abused, call this number for help. There's always 211 so that you can call and find out if you are, even if you don't know about it. But it has to start somewhere. Our children need to know what's acceptable and what is not acceptable. And I've spoke before, being 16 years old and experiencing it in high school, in the school. I had no clue what was going on because I wasn't educated on it. Our children need to know from day one what's acceptable and what is not.
Yes. And I believe that, and not only that, I like the fact that we are talking about the abusers as well, because you know what? Because 9 times 10, when you really get down to the heart of the abusers, they was victims themselves. And you know, most of them, they come from violent homes and seeing domestic violence in their home. So you are a product of your environment, you know, so that's all you see, that's all you know. And that, you know, take a prime example, we all see all the troubles that Chris Brown has been into, if we want to just take somebody that we all can know. And we see all the troubles that he was into. But believe it or not, his stepfather abused his mother for years. And when he was young, he always said he did not want to do that. So when he got 16, actually that's where his first trouble started, because he fought his stepfather back. He was tired of seeing his stepfather abuse his mom. So as much as he said that he did not want to be like that, and he wanted to protect his mom, that's all he knew. That's all he knows. So now, in his young adult life, because that's all he's saying, that's all he knows, and like you said, never got help and never probably had that family counseling to deal with it, what he saw, he ended up what? So that's what he do. So when things not going right, the first thing he know what to do is be hot-headed, you know. And so it's, and even though he didn't want to repeat that cycle, it's sad to say that's all he knew how to do, you know. So you are so right. So I think sometimes we got to even let the abusers know that, you know what, we have to get you help, and not, you know, just want to hit them and criticize them so bad and whip them so bad, and just realize, where do this stem from? Because unless you knew that, you know, you probably didn't know that about Chris Brown, you know. So, you know, you seeing that happen to your mom day in, day out, day in, day out. So your first offense was really trying to protect your mom at 16. And then now in his adult life, he still, you know, have them demons that he's fighting with, you know. So I love what you said. So we got to see how we can just break that cycle on all modes. Educate, have help for the victim, have help for the abuser, get the men more involved, let them have a safe haven. And I think it's all right, starting in the church. Just bringing it to the church, bringing it in, because a lot of times we supposed to feel safe when we inside the walls of the church. And you do feel you're like you can be safe enough to say these vulnerable things that you probably won't share naturally just in general conversation. So I like the fact that you're taking it to the church and having it in the church, because you never know, you know, we may be saving a soul that day, you know. So, and why not? That's the best place to save it, is right there in the church. Don't you agree, Tamara?
I agree. Yeah. Yes. I look at some of the programming for television and film, and we see it's nothing for us to see a woman slap a man. You know, as a matter of fact, it's sometimes like praise, like, yeah, girl, you get him, you know, but it's not, that's abuse. And so we have to combat it on all levels. Yes, definitely in the community, in church, in media, you know, television. We have to tell our, you know, children, or just recognize, like, oh, okay, that's an example of emasculating a man, and that's an example of abuse. You know, just calling it out when you see it, because we can see it. It's everywhere, I feel like, or it's more accepted, or like not seen as abuse if a woman slaps a man. But if you turn it around the other way, and if that man was the one who slapped the woman because she did something that was, you know, horrible or whatever, everybody would be appalled by it. So yeah, it's a lot of work to do. So I'm glad that you're doing that.
Yes, and yes, we are so thrilled. And look, at each week I was like, okay, well, this week we're gonna, because we're trying to connect her with Nina. So for real, next week is next week is going down. But this is still great, because you know, we were saying that last week, it's not a topic that we want to just touch on in the month of October. So see, God have His way to keep us true to our word. He been having her come every week to meet Nina, you know. So he just using Nina as the tool, but really this is making us stay true that it's not only going to happen in November, in October, because for the last 3 weeks we have been talking about it, and I think we have been bringing real good substance to what's going on here, you know. So any last words, Carter?
No, ladies, just keep the discussions and conversations going. Well, yeah, there is something I want to say as far as funding. From what I know, there's only one shelter.
So there is one shelter, and that's one of the things that I've been focused on with my campaign is really providing, and of course this is more of a county issue, but the state can have some impact on it. We need to provide more safe houses. Right now, I mean, they said the president of the Senate, Mike Miller, I was talking to Senator Joanne Benson, and she was saying the president of the Senate, Mike Miller, was calling around trying to find a place to put a bunch of women who had been victimized and were in a basement of a church. So if the most powerful man in the state is calling around looking for a location, that tells you something. That even if he can't find places, no wonder we can't find places. So what we need to do is we need to provide more safe houses in this county. I feel that there's a lot of money going to some organizations, but we need to prioritize our funding. If the money is going to go to these organizations and we don't have enough safe houses, then we need to be putting our money to safe houses first, because if someone calls and they need somewhere to go, we can't be calling around every pastor in the church trying to find a place. We should have a process that they could go and be safe.
Now, interesting enough, the county tripled its budget to $500,000 this year, but in talking to the ladies who have the only shelter, I asked them, how much money would you need? They're telling me they would need $1 million. They would need $1 million for the shelter and the counseling that is needed, because and getting integrated back into society. So they would need a cool $1 million. So 500,000 is just the tip of the iceberg. And then I asked them, are you receiving any of those dollars? They said no. So how is the only shelter in Prince George's County not receiving a dime? I'm the facts finder. I'm going to dig, and I'm going to find out where that money is going.
There is a lot of money that's gone to organizations, and I know that this was something that was brought to my attention by Senator Benson. Was her concern was that they're giving out a lot of money, but it's not clear what these people are doing with the money. So what we need to actually start doing is some auditing and some accountability. If the money, I'm saying, if we know that the biggest problem is where these people can go, we need to set aside funding for that. And to be honest, if you're not providing a safe haven, a place for them to go, then you get no money.
Right.
Wow, guys. Ron, he over here shaking his head. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out in the studio with us and just learn all this great stuff that we need to be doing in the community. So, when I sit back, and some days, you think about how can I be more giving of myself. And I think I have it covered. And then I come in, and when we do stories like this, it's like, God, how can we do more? So how can we do more is just making sure that we are doing this, supporting one another, giving a platform. So I'm just thankful that I'm able to give you guys a platform. So whenever you want to come to the studio, these doors is always open to you guys. And I think, yes, more collaborative efforts, holding our people accountable, and just and bringing more attention to it. Because if we knock and fuss hard enough, somebody got to finally just do something and listen, because that's how it got done back in the day, and they did positive movements for they can do, for we can just get the attention of who we need to have the attention of, for more things can be done. So I'm very thankful for our guests in the studio today. We just love having you here. So we'll see you again next week. Carter, you want to end on talking about your event on August the 27th? You're doing collaborative efforts. And look, I'm trying to say we need to collaborate with Wallen and Simone. So
I have, I can't throw it on her in the air, but
no, I'm just saying.
But I am trying to collaborate with other candidates who have the same vision and the same passion to bring together a community day where we have all of these issues that are brought up. And so what I'm looking at is expungement fair, domestic violence, the ladies from the shelter that I was telling you, they're coming down. North Atlantic Laborers Union, those who support those who have criminal records and felonies to put people back to work. some type of health screening, voter registration, and so on and so on. We're even looking at little fidget spinners that the kids like to play with. And games.
Lord, I did not know what that was. I was
Oh
like,
yeah. My son got on the phone and corrected Karen to tell her what exactly they do, and so those kids eat them up, and also giving away back to school supplies. So these are some of the things, along with hot dogs and hamburgers and good music. We would like to give back to the community, raise their awareness, and have some fun at the same time.
Yes. And again, Walla, how can, if we want to be involved, yes, Carter, go back to you. And then, Walla, if we want to be more involved in your campaign, how can we reach you?
Sure, you can just Carter for County Council at gmail.com, or you can go to my website at carlton.carter.com and just let me know. And while I would like to talk to you off air about how we can join forces and how I can be service to you or vice versa, because we're all in it together.
All right.
Yes.
Well, if you want to contact my campaign, you can call me at 202-441-7650, or you can email me or the campaign at Walla@WallaBlegay, WALA at WALA, B as in boy, LEGAY .com. Or you can go to the website, www.wallablegay.com.
All right, yes. Lovely one. Any closing words that you want to give? I know you're very passionate about the domestic violence and helping out Wallace. So let's end with that. Okay. So why are you committed to the campaign?
Well, first, I'm committed to helping to educate the community about what domestic violence really is, and to help end the cycles in every family, no matter what. The reason I am so supportive of Wallace, first of all, she's a friend. Second of all, she's committed to fighting the domestic violence in our community, and she's honoring me in October for my work in fighting the domestic violence. And can I put in a shameless plug, please?
Oh, no, it's never shameless here.
August 12th,
That's my birthday.
Yay, happy early birthday.
Yes,
August 12th, I'm doing my second conference. It's called Better Days. And what we're going to do is have young people 16 and up, and we're going to talk about things to help you get to the next level: college preparedness, preparing for a job. We're going to talk about healthy relationships, money, financing. Have 3 motivational speakers, and I'm proud to say that I put my money where my mouth is. I have now partnered with the Young Adult Ministry at my church, the Sanctuary at Kingdom Square. So shout out to Pastor Macklin and Minister D. Malcolm Williams. I really appreciate you. So if you want to register, you can go to www.bdcme.eventbrite.com. If you did not get that, just email info@veronicaburnett.com.
All right. So where is it going to be?
It is going to be held at the Greenbelt Marriott in Greenbelt, Maryland, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be full. We have a lot of information to give and giveaways, from gift cards to things from my vendors, everything. We even have a full makeover. It is $40.
Okay.
The cost, and basically you get breakfast, lunch, and the afternoon refreshment, and a wealth of information.
Wow, that sounds great. Well, I would definitely, because it seems like y'all gonna be here again next week. So we're gonna make sure we give you the plug and the information, put it out there. So and definitely lovely one. How can we get your tickets? Tell us about the key. Talking about the ARC again.
Okay, yes, you can go to TamaraWellensMusic.com. There's a link there, or you can go to thearcdc.org, and you can purchase tickets there for August 13th. It's 2 p.m. Summer Breeze Jazz Concert, sponsored by the Anacostia Diaspora Group. TamaraWellensMusic.com is where you can also hear more of my music as well and purchase.
Yes. Oh, well, great. We're going to pray out, and then I'm going to say a closing prayer, and then we're going to let you sing off air, and then he's going to play that track of that house music I want to see, so that if you know what you tabbing around with here, so we're going to see what you know, what you're doing. Ashley, if you're going to do the buzz on the door, Rob coming back in, so I can let him in on a prayer. Yes. All right. Yeah, my co-host, he had to step out for a minute. So, Rob, we get ready to pray off the air if you want to come and join in on the prayer out. And then she's going to sing us off the air. All righty? So, yes.
But real quick.
Yeah.
That was Siobhan Kirksey. I do IT work, and she actually works the same job. Siobhan was a show contributor, a health show contributor. She's a nurse, and she happened to have a little issue with the job, so I was able to jump out and help her real quick. So Siobhan said, "Hey, Karen."
Hey. Oh, yes, that is great. So see how we do it around here? We do a lot of stuff around here. So we are going to close out in prayer. Yes, that's okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you and thank you for your many a blessing. Father God, just ask you to keep us in your wheelhouse, Father God, and just let everything that we do be of you, Father God. Just continue to order our steps and direct our paths, Father God, and just let us know that all things are possible through Christ who strengthens us, Father God. And we just come to you and just thank you for your grace and mercy that you put upon us each and every day. We are just thankful for this day. We will rejoice and be proud in it, Father God, and we just give you all the praise and honor. And we do believe you and receive you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen. So now the beautiful vocals, can you take us on out? Yes. No, we're going to let her sing a little bit first, Ron. We're going to let her sing a little bit.
Okay. As I go on this everlasting quest of my destination, if there is something I can give you, it's my appreciation for all things that are beautiful and warm, even for those that made me cry. Here I am, living my dream. That is my lifetime.